My name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's review, I will be talking about Scream 5, or Scream V as it's stylized in the poster. Anyway, let me just start off this review by saying I have not seen a single Scream movie before this one. I'm going in completely cold as a film, so to anyone out there who thinks, oh, but you forgot about this part from this movie, it's like, I did not forget, I never saw it. You can't forget something if you never knew it to begin with. Anyway, with that in mind, so this film, so basically this film follows a whole new set of characters along with legacy characters in the style of the sort of legacy reboot, or as one character at one point coins the term requel. Anyway, it's got Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. They're playing sisters. Anyway, you've all seen it in the opening trailer. Jenna Ortega playing Tara. She gets attacked in the beginning of the film. This isn't a spoiler. It's literally in the trailer. Anyway, and pretty much from the very beginning, it shows you that this isn't going to be just another, gory film where characters you could care less about are getting killed in ways you could care even less about, a la, say, a certain horror film from last year, Halloween Kills. Anyway, because during all the horror set pieces where Ghostface attacks characters, rather than focusing excessively on gore, although there is admittedly a lot of gore, it focuses instead on performance, rather, and thankfully for that, the film really works well. It's like, especially one sequence involving a teenage son and his sheriff's mother. Like that scene is like really well done. It focuses in on their performances and how much they care for each other. Just again, that right there, it's really good. And in fact, the whole cast in general is pretty good, both new and old, although some of the teenage characters are a tad underwritten. They're still well acted. It's just that you feel like that they could use a bit more fleshing out and involvement in the plot at times, but they don't detract from the movie, and they do give some laughs. David Arquette, though, he is probably my favorite of the cast. Like, he brings a surprising amount of pathos to this movie. It's like, where he could have easily just phoned it in, but no, he goes pretty well in as Dewey, and sort of, in what is a bit unusual for movies, he sort of acknowledges the reality of being, a character in multiple horror films, and what one would be like after going through all that. I really like that touch. Also, like I said, with the Sam and Tara characters, the sisters, they have really good chemistry together. I really believe that they're both sisters, and I believe in their fractured relationship. It's all really well. And I guess sort of bringing back legacy characters. The legacy characters, they are well integrated into the plot. It never feels like Ghostbusters Afterlife, where it felt like the screenwriter typed, and then the original Ghostbusters showed up. It's like, no, there's like logical reasoning for each legacy character to pop back up in the film. And so, and also I guess I haven't gotten to the big part, the meta plot. So basically, like I said earlier, the requel, at one point one character who's sort of the expert trope of sorts for this film, she coins it and talks about and they spend the whole film sort of joking about the requel, about films that aren't quite sequels, but they aren't quite reboots either, where they have to have legacy characters along with new characters to carry the torch. And so the film really parodies that well. And the film, with regards to franchises like Halloween, and the meta plot jokes, they don't just extend to horror films, they also extend beyond it to a certain science fantasy franchise involving laser swords and space wizards. And, let's just say that if you're the kind of if you're the kind of person who says the new Star Wars movies ruined your childhood, you are not going to be happy campers during this movie. And to that end, if you aren't going to be happy campers, please keep it to yourself. Don't make some clickbaity right-wing videos about Scream 5, please. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. And so I guess, so to discuss a few flaws for the film, it is a tad predictable. Like, there are moments where you go, okay, where there will be moments in the film where you go, and that character's dead, and that character's dead, you know. But it never really grinds on you, unlike other horror films. And also another problem, there are a few plot holes where it's like at one point, you know, something happens and characters are like, oh, we're going to have to figure out why, but they never do figure out why. Not bad, but again, also weighs down. Also, the cinematography is good, but, well, like I said, well, this, actually, no, let me just say, this isn't a complaint, this is just another praise of transition. The cinematography is really good. Like I said, it makes a smart choice to hone in on the actor's face, really show their performance, especially during the horror set pieces. I really like that. And again, while it's standard, there is the occasional dolly zoom shot, or the zoom, or the Dutch tilt. I really like that. So with all of that in mind, thanks to good performances all around, both new and old, especially David Arquette, solid meta humor about requels, as the film calls them, and just, yeah, overall good time for horror, I will be giving this film 3.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.